Hi, this is Anthony checking in from Michigan. Today I'll be talking about the article He Fought Halliburton and Won, which is about Tony Menendez and his fight against Halliburton. A little bit of background. Halliburton was using something called a bill and hold sales scheme in order to improperly recognize revenue. They were taking inventory which was still in the warehouse, which constituted machinery that was used to do oil field exploration. And they were recognizing sales to their customers early, even though the inventory was still in the warehouse. Initially, Menendez talked to his supervisor, Mark McCullum, about the issue, and Mark agreed with Menendez about this issue. Initially, Menendez thought that something would happen, that the company would do something to fix the problem. But it became clear that KPMG, the auditor, as well as management at Halliburton weren't interested in restating the financial statements. They were worried about causing scandal and tarnishing their name. He then, after nothing happened, when he talked to his supervisor, he emailed the board of directors. And to his surprise, the next day, Halliburton sent out an email to the entire organization stating that the SEC had started an investigation into Menendez's accusations, thereby outing him as the whistleblower. He was very shocked by this and obviously disappointed by the company. So when we look at Menendez's behavior, it's important to compare that to the IMA statement of ethics and see how he performed. The first area that we look at is competence. In my opinion, Menendez was quite competent. He was a certified fraud examiner. He had that designation. He also spoke with people in the accounting department, and they all initially agreed with his interpretations of the revenue recognition rules. Even Halliburton's internal documents stated similar concepts that he was espousing. And later on, his friend James Paquette backed him up and also spoke with the SEC during their investigation. The next area that we would look at is confidentiality. And I think that Menendez did an excellent job here. He spoke with internal management only. He didn't go to the press. He filed an anonymous confidential complaint with the SEC. He didn't blackmail the company, and he didn't look for a payout. He only initially asked for $1,000, but the judge awarded him $30,000. As far as integrity goes, Menendez, in my opinion, was free of personal conflicts of interest. He wasn't looking for any financial gain. He conducted himself professionally and didn't commit any grievous actions to discredit the profession. Now, when it comes to credibility, I believe that Menendez, at first I was not 100% sure that he was credible because the court cases, there were several court cases that he didn't win at first. However, the more I read, in the case study, it seemed like he asked for consensus from other knowledgeable individuals. And the Administrative Review Board also found that his reasoning was more credible than Halliburton's. So, for example, Halliburton stated that Menendez should have been appreciative of being outed as a whistleblower, but the review board stated that that was disingenuous. And finally, we look at whether he resolved ethical issues professionally. He spoke with his immediate supervisor first before going on to the next levels of management, the board of directors. He sought legal counsel in order to protect himself. He didn't call the IMA helpline, but I'm assuming either he didn't know about it or maybe it wasn't relevant at the time. And he did disassociate himself from the organization when there was no other option for him.